Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to session 3 of Smart Start, brought to you by the Division of Student Services and Development as part of your first year experience at the UE St. Augustine campus. I am Gerald Alda, Manager of Student Engagement, and today I am joined by members of my team at the Student Engagement Unit, as well as a fantastic cross-faculty team at our campus, consisting of deputy deans and administrators, and together we will guide you through what I trust will be yet another insightful and yet another enjoyable session today. For those of you who were here with us for last week's session and all FYE events for the seasons thus far, we say welcome back, and we are always very, very happy to have you. And to those of you who are new here and joining us this week for the very first time, we say an extra special welcome to you. Welcome to Smart Start, and welcome to the first year experience program. We are truly honored that you have chosen us at the St. Augustine campus for your university experience. And through our first year experience program, which we call FYE, we are indeed committed to ensuring that you transition successfully to your first year of study with us and beyond. So at last week's session, for those of you that were here, we looked at fees, finance, and funding, which was followed by a discussion on the 7-step registration process that you will soon be required to engage in as incoming students. Of course, if you missed this session or would simply like a recap of the information shared, here's a gentle reminder that this video recording is available on our FYE YouTube channel for you to review at your convenience. So yes, our team continues to work for you, right? For our penultimate session of Smart Start today, the focus of our discussion is on academic readiness, a very, very important conversation that will help you in understanding your academic responsibility as a new university student. Today, you will also have the wonderful opportunity to engage with members of your faculty, which I hope you are excited about. And in these breakout sessions, you will be introduced to the all-important process that is academic advising. So I'm going to pause here, and I'm going to ask you to share with us in the chat which faculty you're from, which faculty are you joining on campus within the next few weeks. We are very, very excited to hear from you, which faculty. So drop some comments in our comment section and let us know which faculty. You definitely want to rep your faculty today, all right? Today, you will also have the chance to chat with a bit with faculty representatives, where you can ask and get answers to any faculty-specific questions that you may have at this time. So as you can tell, today's session will provide you with insights and a lot of valuable information to help with your preparations. So you're encouraged, as always, to be attentive in these sessions, to take notes as we go along, ask questions at the appropriate time, and as I continue to say, breathe and trust that by participating in FYE, you are definitely on the right path of attaining success in your first year with us at the UE St. Augustine campus. So students, to ensure that you have the absolute best experience today, we ask that you keep your microphones muted until the designated Q&A segment. You are free to turn your cameras on, and of course, be sure to engage with us in the chat, as we are here to support you. So now that I've shared some information with you on what you can expect today, it is my absolute pleasure to invite our featured presenter today. She's an educator and passionate advocate for student success, and also serves as a lecturer within the Faculty of Humanities and Education at our campus. Please help me welcome, with a virtual round of applause, Dr. Wanda Chesney. Dr. Chesney, over to you.
Thank you so much, Jarrell. Thank you so much, and welcome to my colleagues from the academic community, and of course to our incoming students. Welcome. It's my signal honor to welcome you to the University of the West Indies. And while here, we are doing it virtual now. I look forward to when we can see you face to face in the next few weeks. Well, my job today is not a very difficult one. I am really to just share with you a few ideas pertaining to your academic readiness. Are you ready? Are you ready? New students, are you ready? You are going to be part of this elite group of persons who would have had the privilege to attend the University of the West Indies. And there is so much that you can learn from just interacting with your peers and interacting with your faculty today. So let me, before going into all of that, let me get into my presentation. I have a brief presentation to share with you. Of course, not so long ago, I was in your position. Well, it was a long time. As a new student of the university, and as a new student, you think of all the different things that you want to do. You have these grand ideas about the university. So let me give you a little idea about what was my thing. Way back then, we didn't have this focus on student development and student support. You knew that you were awarded a place at the university and you showed up and you just got into it. You had to just jump in the deep end. But now things have changed and we pay attention to student retention. We pay attention to student success, student progression. And so I want to commend Mr. Adler and his team, his hardworking team, for putting this entire first year experience program together. Because you know what? It gives you a jump start. It gives you much needed information and it places you in a good stead to hit the ground running and to have an idea of what is expected of you as you enter the university. Now, for me, when I entered the university years ago, before I got there, I was thinking the most important thing to me, I gotta look to see my clothes. I have to look for the appearance. I gotta see that I'm dressed right. I got the right bag. I got the right shoes. That was it for me. It was about image. And so I spent a whole lot of time looking at that, totally oblivious of the requirements of getting academically ready, getting my mind focused on what would be expected. Now, you see, after that first week, all those things I had mulling around in my head went through the window, and I had to settle down and get busy with work. And so it's based on that experience, that it's important to have an idea as to what you should expect when you get into the university. So let's go. I've put my presentation up for you. So we're gonna go in. So I'm from the Department of Literary, Cultural, and Communication Studies, and that's one of the most exciting schools in the entire. But, my colleagues are here, so I wouldn't let them feel, too badly about it. But we are the faculty that is involved in creating and helping you to stimulate your thinking and so on. So, for every opportunity that you get to do courses within our faculty, come join us. Let's look at some of the areas I'll talk with you about. One, academic expectations and responsibilities. Two, the common mistakes and challenges. Five, healthy practices for success and tips for academic growth, development, and continuous learning. So, what are your expectations? You're coming in and you're thinking, oh, this is the University of the West Indies. It's prestigious, this ivory tower of learning. Am I ready? What is it that I can do? And how am I to position myself? Well, the whole idea is that we want for you to have a seamless transition to university life. The university has its own culture. And it's important that you can adapt, that you recognize that culture and you become immersed into the culture so that you'll be able to progress from the get-go. You don't want to be struggling along. You don't want to feel as an outsider. You have already been awarded a place here. So you deserve to be here. All right. So How is it that you are able to have a seamless transition? Well, there are a number of things. You have done the first important task, and that's to be here, to show up. All right. The other important thing for you to do would be to meet with your academic advisor. Academic advising is critical, and you'll be meeting with some of the faculty shortly so that you can get a sense of it. This is not something to be taken lightly because your faculty will guide you through the process. I know that there are times when we think that, okay, because my cousin attended the university last year and did the same program, so I could just listen to what my cousin said and what my cousin did and go along with it. No, no, that's not advisable. Whether it's your cousin, your brother, your auntie, whoever, don't go that road. Go to your academic advisor, attend academic advising, all right? And the faculty will guide you through the process. What you can do before to prepare yourself would be to go to the website and to look at the undergraduate syllabus. Look for your program, and you're going to see the courses. Just read it. I know you don't like, a lot of us don't like reading, but just go there, look through it. You're going to get an idea of some of your core courses, your foundational courses, and you're going to see the range of electives. What is so fantastic about UWE is that it allows you to have a holistic education. And so, depending on the program that you're doing, you'll see this wide range of electives that you can select. All right. Now, your faculty will guide you. So it's not that you can just pull from any course wherever. They will guide you because it's important that you select the appropriate courses and you'll be able to look at the levels. That's another important thing. You've got to be guided accordingly. You're now coming in and you don't want to choose courses that are not appropriate to your degree. Or else, you know what that means? It means you'll take a longer time. And we don't want that. All right. We want you to be able to progress and to complete within the required time. So, academic advising is critical. You get going from day one by listening to your faculty and making a note. When you see you turn up for academic advising, make a note of what it is they say to you, the advice they give you, engage in the discussion. Your faculty will be asking you questions about your preferences, the things you like, your career choice, what it is that you're hoping to do when you would have completed your studies, and that will help them to better guide and assist you in the selection of your courses. All right. So academic advising, that's a big plus. All right. The next thing you must do is complete your registration. Now, that sounds like an obvious thing, but it isn't so obvious. Just last term, I had this student that sat in my class for about 3 sessions. And then, as the students were engaging in activities, class activities for their assignment, he came to me and he said, Miss, I have just been told that I shouldn't be in this class because I cannot register for it. This course has a prerequisite, but I didn't know. And, you know, I didn't complete registration for this and that and the other and the next. Now, poor fellow wasted 3 weeks, you know? So it's important to complete your registration. That's not something to play with. There's another student that waited until the end of the semester and then recognized that he hadn't registered. All these things happen. But when you approach a faculty member at that point, there's nothing that we can do. There's absolutely nothing that we can do. And that's why we keep saying, as you know, the term precedes, complete your registration, complete your registration. So that's a big thing. The other important point is your attendance and participation. Don't assume that because you now have this newfound freedom, that you can attend some classes and just be absent from some classes. No, it's important that as a student, you're looking for excellence, you're striving for excellence, and therefore your attendance and participation is critical because that is how essentially you'll be able to learn from your peers, learn from your faculty, engage in critical thinking and discussion and dialogue, and you'll be able to succeed. So I know that all of you are brilliant young people. You've come with your talent, your education. You're not a tabula rasa. You've come with knowledge. What we are going to do is to build on that knowledge. But still, at the same time, you have got to be present. So show up, be punctual, and participate. Don't feel intimidated because you've heard, this is the institution that all of the leaders from throughout the Caribbean and different parts of the world would have attended. Don't let the whole imposter syndrome get to you to feel that you're inadequate. Oh, no, you're not. You're at the right place at the right time, and you have got what it takes to succeed. So give yourself a fighting chance by attending your classes. Take the time to take notes. Take the time to participate, to question, to, engage with your peers, and you will succeed. Success will be yours. Now, one of the most important things that you'll find at university is the way education has changed. Long ago, we sat in the library for hours. I know it's hard now for, young people to sit for hours and dedicated time with a book. But listen to me, you have got to read for your degree. So whether it is you're going to pull ebooks or you're going to pull journal articles, you have got to read. All right? The YouTube videos will not get you through the university. Yeah, it's going to give you some ideas, but that in itself will not get you through. You have got to read for your degree. So one of the things I want you to commit to from the get-go would be to visit the library, go see what it is, check the libraries. We have beautiful libraries. Check the libraries. There are lovely study rooms. You can get together with your friends and so on, and you go and you discuss and you study. Look for journals. You're going to, as soon as you get your credentials, you're going to be able to log in and you'll be able to access the material. Read the journals. Make it a habit to read every week. You read to prepare for your lectures and you read to revise after your lectures. So it's important that that becomes a habit. Another important point to note is academic writing and referencing convention. Now, yes, you have a lot of opinions and ideas, but you want to know what has already been established in this issue. On this issue, you don't want to reinvent the wheel. A whole lot would have been published before. So whatever it is that you want to purport, whatever ideas you have, you want to support that with referencing. All right. And so your references will be the sources that you cite. You cite the works of Berkhoff and Sculler, and well, depends on which area you're in, but you cite the works of those that would have gone before. Another critical piece of information would be upholding the standards of academic integrity. And that's so important now because this is the age of AI. And while in the past, people were afraid of artificial intelligence, we're not afraid now. We know that we can get ideas from artificial intelligence, but we know that we are more brilliant than the artificial intelligence because we are critically thinking. Our brain is working all the time, and we can take information and make certain links. So it's important that whatever it is that you use, that you are citing. You're not downloading and putting your name at the bottom. You're not putting the prompts and asking AI to do your entire paper. You're not getting a friend to do your paper and you put your name at the bottom. Academic integrity is important. It's the hallmark of what we do, because at the end of it, you will leave the university as a professional who is knowledgeable about your area. All right. And so you want to get an understanding of what it means to plagiarize and understand, because there's no excuse for it. So you get to understand what is acceptable, what is not acceptable. And from day one, you ensure that you uphold all the standards of academic integrity. Communication is paramount, and that means that you communicate with your lecturers, you communicate with your group. Sometimes you're doing group work, and you should also know what is happening on the campus so that you'll find that information would be sent to your emails. Every week, something is circulated. All right. You need to know what is happening. And so it's important for you to check your emails regularly. It's important, if you're in doubt, you find out. Don't sit there wondering, worrying, getting stressed. Find out. But always ensure that you check your email, and we want you to use your university email. It'll have your name at myuwi.edu. All right. And so that is very important for you to do. Another important thing would be your assignments. Don't take those assignments for granted. I had a student who all semester, he was playing, he was involved in a number of activities, and he was always, very busy. There are times you're looking for him, you can't find him. But the penultimate week before the semester ended, he came to look for me. And he said, Miss, I'm asking for grace. I haven't been able to do any of the assignments. This is the penultimate week. There were 3 assignments. We are now going into exam mode. Penultimate week. Miss, I am asking for grace. Now, I've already given feedback to the class on all the assignments they did, and he came at that time. He's looking for grace. Never take your assignments for granted. Start early, take the time to review, and be on top. Be on top of your work. Now, we all provide office hours, and as you get to know your lecturers, you'll see their office hours on the door. You'll see the office hours on the course outlines. They'll communicate to you as well to reinforce the times that they're available. That's a resource you have open to you. Visit them. Some lecturers would even do online sessions with you if it is that you have a difficulty coming up at a particular time. And so you need to make that a priority. Visit your lecturers, discuss whatever academic issues you're having, work with them, listen to the feedback, and work to improve yourself wherever it is that you find that you have a weakness. All right. Some of the common mistakes that I've seen with time would be when students underestimate the workload. So, okay, it's just two, three assignments in a semester. I'll get to that, I'll do that. But guess what? Everything starts piling up. And then it appears as though everything is due at the same time. And then when that happens, now you become overwhelmed. You don't know what to do. You're running here and there. You do something quickly. It's not of the quality. It's not a true representation of you. And that means you have not put your best foot forward. Now, when we strive for excellence, it means that we're putting our best every time, not some of the time. Every time we're putting our best out there. So I want you to have a jump start. In your first year, jump start the system. Sit very early and get on your assignments, get them done. Some people are habitually late. Last minute, I say lastminute.com. You wait for the last minute, then you look to see what the assignment is really asking for. And then you're confused. You don't know really what to do. Should I do this? Should I do that? If you would have checked early, and you're unsure, then you can consult with your lecturer. But if you're late, then you don't have the kind of time. The lecturer as well would not have that time to assist you. But if you're early, then you have the time to consult and to be guided. All right? You're also going to be required to do what we refer to as autonomous learning. And that means that there are times that you will be learning outside of the classroom. Your lecturer will be giving projects or practicum, and you'll be working individually sometimes. Other times, you're working in groups. You have got to be able to apply yourself, even if you're not accustomed. If you're not accustomed, studying and working on your own, you will have to adjust. You'll have to see what works best for you. Are you a morning person or a night person when it comes to studying? Is it that you get along better, you learn better, when there's noise, or you've got to find a quiet space? Think about it. Study what is best for you and ensure that you can pursue that level of autonomous learning. If it is you're working in groups, you have to show up and be there for the work with the group. Teamwork is important. And so you cannot afford to jeopardize the performance of the group because you're tardy or you're negligent or you're just non-compliant. All right? So remember, teamwork makes the dream work, and you're all going to be benefiting from this excellent grade, but you have got to put your bit in. Absenteeism, I touched on that earlier. We don't want to have a situation where, you're absent most of the time. I remember not last semester, last year, the first semester of last year, I had a student that came for the first time to class when we had oral presentations. I'd never seen her before. Her name was on the list, but I had no idea what she looked like. Presentations began in the 6th week, and that's when she turned up. She did her presentation, and then she came the penultimate week when I was giving tips about exams, and that was it. You can't do that because you're not giving yourself an opportunity to do well in your course. You're not giving yourself an opportunity to be successful. All right? So attend your classes. It's important as well to adapt to university life. Some people fail to adapt to the university life and the culture in the first year. And that's why this whole first year experience is so welcoming. It's just awesome because you will get an idea of where to find what is necessary, what resources are available, what you can do if this is your situation. all of that. You're going to be guided. And that helps you to adapt and to transition seamlessly into the institution. You get to understand the culture, the pulse, the rhythm of the university. You know, every organization has its culture. Get to understand it and get to fit in. So it's not that you're gonna do a whole lot to fit in. You don't have to dress a certain way to fit in. You don't have to look a certain way to fit in. Fitting in simply means doing your work. That's what that's about. Doing your work, participating in the life and the pulse of the university. All right. A lack of discipline as well. You're given tasks to do and you lack the discipline to do it and you keep procrastinating. Some people do that. You procrastinate and you say, I'm going to get it. And you're involved in several other things. And then you don't get the time. Before you know it, the time is gone. All right. So practice some kind of discipline. Set up a calendar, work out some kind of a system, a Gantt chart, something, and allocate time to do various things. So time management is also important for you to do because you'll have your life, your regular life. Some of you may be married. If you're not married, you still have a life going on and you have responsibilities. Some of you are working, all right? And so you have, specific obligations. And then you have a university life. The university life is a part of your life. It's an important part of your life. And you want to be successful in this part of your life. So you've got to work out a balance, all right? You've got to manage your time effectively so that none of those areas will suffer, all right? Now, once you can manage your time effectively, you're less likely to get stressed and overwhelmed and have to be dealing with anxiety. But if you're unable to do that, then you'll find yourself becoming anxious quickly when deadlines are hitting. You become overwhelmed when the assignments keep piling up, and you don't want that. All right? So pay attention to managing your time, establishing balance so that you'll be able to, manage effectively. I spoke earlier about the imposter syndrome, the fact that some people tend to think that, well, I really shouldn't be here. I don't think I'm bright enough. I don't think I can do this. And I'm the first one for my family. But oh no, you deserve to be here. You've earned that place. All you've got to do is apply yourself to the work. So let's look at 5 healthy practices to achieve academic success. One, and this is just reiterating because I've discussed some of this before, read and prepare for your lectures. Read. You know that this is the topic we're going to be dealing with. The lecturer would have identified the readings on your course outline. Look for the material, read, prepare, so that when the lecturer is finished with his or her presentation, you can ask questions. And your mind can start working on overdrive as you assimilate the information and you process, and you can therefore be able to apply it. Think critically and read extensively. You cannot attend the university without reading extensively. All right? So that is a must do. Establish a study life balance. Yeah, you can be involved in various extracurricular activities. In fact, it helps. We've seen there are a number of persons who have written about the benefits of having an extracurricular university life. So you've had people like Faris Nazer, 2024, Bartos et al., 2012, Shulruff, 2010. And they have all linked extracurricular activity to positive self-development, greater student satisfaction, greater student resilience, and higher academic performance. So that it's important that you become involved in the activities on campus. You go to seminars, you go to public lectures, you're engaged perhaps in the student body, the student guild, you're in theater, you're in drama. It's important, it's good, it's healthy, but establish a study life balance. Don't do all those things and neglect your academic work. Have them all be a part of your university experience. Find out about the resources that are available to you on campus. You know that there are writing labs available. So if you're struggling with writing, you can actually get assistance from faculty at the writing labs. Find out about it. There's something you'll need to know to do. Persons who are struggling with statistics, you have labs that you can go to you can attend and you can get assistance. All right. And then we have counseling services on campus. Find out about that so that you can utilize those services. You don't have to struggle. Those services are there and they're available for you free of cost. All right. Complete your assignments early enough so that you can then take the time to review them and ensure that you get good grades. Finally, let me leave you with some tips. Okay. Final tips. Set goals for yourself. Establish or join study groups with your peers. Take advantage of study abroad opportunities. These come up from time to time. Participate in extracurricular activity. Seek to make a contribution to the university and leave your mark. Find your passion and create, design, or innovate. Develop a healthy curiosity to explore and to discover. This is your opportunity. Network with your peers locally and internationally. You're going to have opportunities to do that, whether it's attending a conference, a seminar, or workshops. Whenever they come up, make it your duty to attend. Develop a study schedule and stick to it. Don't just have it there, stick to it. Use the office hours and meet with your lecturers and listen to them and work on whatever weak areas you have. Track your academic progress. When you start academic advising today, you are going to get the list of your courses and the lecturers will give you a copy of the courses that you would have selected. You can track your progress every semester and see how you're performing so that you know where you are. And if you can do all of that, then you will enjoy your university life. It isn't something to be scared about. Your university life will be a fantastic journey once you can balance everything. And listen, some of the friends that you will meet at the university will be your friends for life. This is the beginning of an exciting experience for you. And I am delighted that you have chosen the University of the West Indies. And we are here to help you in every possible way to achieve that success. Are you ready? In the words of Kiss, are you ready? Are you ready for this? Well, I wish you every success, and I look forward to seeing you in the next few weeks. Thank you.
Yes, so very much, Dr. Team. If I can ask for Dr. Chesney to remain on, if she can join me on screen, I would absolutely love that. And if we can also just open our chat. So students, I want to give you the opportunity to show Dr. Chesney some love. If we can show Dr. Chesney some love now, there's a story. Dr. Chesney almost did not make it today, almost was not going to be in the country, but we are so very happy that she took the time. And students, I actually want to ask if we have a brave person who's willing to offer thanks to Dr. Chesney on behalf of the group. So do we have a student who is willing to just share or express gratitude for the presentation that Dr. Chesney shared and insights. If yes, feel free to raise your hand and you can then unmute your microphone. I'll call upon you. Let me see if we have anyone that's brave. Let me just go through my list. Brave enough, at least. I know we have some brave folks. All right. I have a Neves. You can unmute your microphone.
Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to thank you, Miss, for sharing the presentation. It was very helpful. And when you talk about setting up goals, sticking to our study schedule, and also taking time to explore and discover our university life, I will really take into consideration what you said and apply it as I go forward. So on behalf of everyone who's attending, we just want to say thank you very much.
Thank you. Wonderful.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy that it was helpful to you. And I'm sure that you'll be able to put it into practice.
Wonderful. So, Dr. Chesney, thank you so very much once again. Pleasure having you. Yes, thank you.
My
So,
pleasure.
students, I hope that you are energized. We have lots more planned for you today. So I'm hoping that you are ready. So you heard from Dr. Chesney, setting some context, laying the foundation, providing some really, really good advice. And I'm hopeful that you've been taking notes. Yes, copious notes. There are a lot of wonderful things shared with you. But before we do, I'm going to ask my team if we can pull that presentation on academic advising that just gives an overview from a student perspective on what the academic advising process is. And while we wait for that to be pulled up, all right, so team, if we're ready, just to set some context for academic advising, which will be discussed in this next segment.
Hi, my name is Chelsea and I'm a student of the University of the West Indies. Today I'm going to talk to you about academic advising, why it's so important, and what you can expect from your advisor. Academic advising is when a representative of a faculty or department provides information to students to help them navigate the university. Academic advising usually happens at the beginning of every semester, and each faculty has their own strategies and schedules. So be sure to check your UE email and faculty website for information specific to you. Advising also helps facilitate correct guidance and support, so you are encouraged to work closely with your advisor to have a successful graduation from UE and plan for your future. Advisors are there to provide information and help you make informed decisions about your degree program and career. And they are invested in your progress because your successes are ultimately their successes. Advisors can be academic or non-academic staff. And when you meet with your advisors, I encourage you to make a list of questions about your degree program or just university life in general. Academic advising is important because it helps you stay on track to graduate, and it ensures that you're using all the available resources at the University of the West Indies. And this year, advising will take place online, so remember to have your laptop and questions ready. Finally, please remember that it is our responsibility as students to attend academic advising and utilize the services provided by the university. I hope to see you there.
All right. So now that we have a sense of what academic advising is supposed to do for us, in the meantime, team, can I ask if we can place our presenters back on screen? So colleagues who presented a short while ago, if you can please indulge us and turn your camera on just for a short while. All right, there we go. Dr. Dionanan, Ms. Cromwell, Dr. Rock, Mr. Carter. All right, Dr. De Silva, Ms. Antwine, all the wonderful faces at UWI. Yeah, some persons are still making their way back. All right, welcome back, everybody. I hope that the ride was not too rough getting back to the main session. All right, so for our colleagues that presented, I want to ask you to just turn your camera on. I see Dr. Eudoxie. Nice. All right, so I know this is some of us, but students, you're seeing some wonderful faces, and these are persons who make up the UWI family at the St. Augustine campus, and we just want to take a moment to say thank you. I see Ms. Ramuta Singh from the FMS is on. And there we go, a campus community. Isn't it wonderful to be joining this campus community? Like, can we show some love to our faculty representatives? Like, just take to the chat. Let me see. I want to see a lot of love for them, right? A lot of love, a lot of time was taken out today, all right? So we definitely want to see you. Nice. I'm seeing some applause and some love. Nice. So very, very quickly, colleagues, I'm going to ask you to give a final word before we transition into our final segment for the afternoon. Very, very quickly. So FSS, can we start with you, Dr. Dionanan? Final word to our students before we transition into our final segment.
Well, we are excited, as Jarrell mentioned, we are excited, and we really, really look forward to being on this journey with you.
Wonderful. Dr. Rock, from the engineering.
Yeah, so thanks for that. I think we got a little carried away, but it was fun. I'm looking forward to seeing each of you. Congratulations. As I said, it's not that we're being elite, but you worked really hard to get in. Congratulations and welcome to UWI. And we look forward to seeing you during your entire journey with us and wish you all the best and success. Oh, and academic advising is really important.
Absolutely. Dr. Eudoxie from the Faculty of Food and Agriculture.
So let me again welcome everyone to the University of the West Indies. I just want to say the right choice for your tertiary level education. Welcome. I want to say once you make a good choice, and within that choice, you have a good enabling environment to allow your growth and development, which you do have, and you've seen it here with what Gerald is doing. Once you have that, what that will only lead to is excellence and success. So we're looking forward to carrying you from this particular year across your 3-year journey with us, and ensuring that you have a wonderful and successful journey. Thank you so very much.
Wonderful. Dr. De Silva, Mr. Carter from the FHE.
Well, welcome again to FHE students. We're so very happy that you joined us, and I am looking forward to seeing all of you once at the start of a new academic year. And those of you who had questions that we did not have time to take, please feel free to reach out. Yeah, our contact information is our website, which Mr. Carter would have taken you through. So please let us know if you have any questions or concerns. But welcome, and I'm glad you chose the University of the West Indies.
I'll add only one thing to the students, as I emphasize. To engage, you have to be informed. Dr. Chesney, and I'll big her up because I know she's from our faculty as well, so big up to Dr. Chesney and that. But she stressed to you the importance of reading for your degree. And it's not just simply academic reading, but reading to understand where do you fit in as a student? What are the expectations of the university? Because believe me, we do have expectations of you. Find out it for yourself. I mean, we could sit down here and tell you everything, but we're not going to do that because you are at a level where we expect you to find out for yourself. Go and read on the websites. Go and read on the various documentations that we provide. It's important for you as a student to be informed. My closing thoughts.
Wonderful. My colleagues Ria and Bernadette from our Academy of Sports at St. Augustine.
Thank you so much, students, for joining us today. I want to just encourage you to please attend academic advising and our orientation sessions. Those are very important. And thank you again.
One thing from me, I would say engage. Be part of the university, join sports, join student champions, just be a part and enjoy the experience here.
Wonderful. Ms. Ramata Singh from our Faculty of Medical Sciences.
Thank you, Mr. Older. Students, I want to leave an important message with you as I welcome you to the Faculty of Medical Sciences. I believe my personal motto is to succeed at anything in this life, you have to love what you do. Once you love what you do, you put your heart and soul into it, you will succeed. Another secret success that I also use is communication is the key to success. And that is what academic advising is all about. Communicating, ensuring understanding. We don't always need to listen to reply. We can listen to understand, and we can use that understanding to guide us. So feel free to reach out to us at the Faculty of Medical Sciences. It's many schools, many programs, and we welcome you with open arms. Congratulations again. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Miss Finch from our Faculty of Science and Technology. Hoping that you're still on with us.
Yes, still here, still here. Again, I'd just like to welcome everyone, and I'd just like to echo the sentiments of my colleagues as well. Engage. There is no, as we were talking in the breakout room, do not be afraid, do not feel shy. There is no such thing as a stupid question or, somebody's going to look at me funny by doing this. Feel free to engage, reach out, send emails, whatnot. Somebody will respond. Even if we personally can't answer, we will direct you to someone else. And again, welcome to the Faculty of Science and Technology.
Wonderful. And finally, Ms. Ramota Singh, I'm hoping that you're still on with us from the Faculty of Law.
Unfortunately, Ms. Ramata Singh had to leave, but on behalf of the faculty, we'd just like to say welcome as well to the students, and we are here to help and assist you to have the best experience on campus.
Wonderful. Thank you so very much. And that's my colleague, Stacy, right? Yes?
Yes.
All right, wonderful. Nice to hear from you. All right, so students, let's show some more love to our team at the UWI St. Augustine campus, and colleagues, I want to say thank you once again. So we are not done just yet. We have a equally exciting segment to close our afternoon off. So students, we thank you for your participation. We love this for us. And Joseph and Megan, I'm going to hand over to you.
Thank you so much, Jarrell. I hope everyone can hear me clearly. I'm loving these suggestions in this chat about the possible artists for one of our upcoming events. I'm seeing some really big names here, and I love that. Go big or go home, and I agree. So before we delve into our segment, we just want to do a quick recap on some important terms that I think you all would have learned and heard over the course of the session today. But the most important one being academic advising. Now, I can't stress how important it is to attend your academic advising, and I know you all have heard it a good bit of times today, and the more times you hear it, the better, because academic advising is really the time that you get to sit down with your advisor, understand the program that you've signed up for, understand the courses that you have to do, understand the options that you have in your program, which is also very important. And you are not able to register without going to academic advising because you have an advising hold. So that's another term that you'll come across that you really don't want to have, an advising hold, because that blocks you from registration. So ensure that you attend your academic advising, and there are multiple sessions of all the faculties. So make sure as a new student and a continuing student, when you reach that stage, that you attend your academic advising. One of the other terms that I wanted to bring up is major minor. So you'll hear that come about, that some people are doing majors, some people are doing minors, and that's really the option on the concentration of your study. So I'll give an example. As a student in the Faculty of Food and Agriculture, you can be doing a major in geography or a minor in environmental management. So the major is what you can focus most of your courses on. That's the course of study that you really want to delve into. That's your major, and your minor could be related to your major or something that you're purely interested in. So just because you're in engineering doesn't mean that you can't do a minor in film or a minor in communication studies. So there are a lot of options there, and you can declare your major and minor as you progress through your study. And the last term that I really want to delve into is core versus elective. So these are types of courses. So for all degrees, there are core courses that you must complete that are very specific to your type of living. Your elective is where you get more freedom in choosing specific courses that you can do for your degree. So if you're in communication and you have an interest in marketing styles of communication, that may be an elective that you can do. Or if you want to delve into something different, like types of languages, that's also something that you could do. So your elective is optional while your core courses are mandatory. So those are just some terms that you're going to come across during your UV life here that you need to pay attention to, and it's very important. And that wraps up what I was going to say. So I'm going to hand it over to Megan, who's going to go into a fun segment for you before we close off.
Hello, incoming Pelicans, and I just want to give a warm welcome yet again to all of you all. And let me first congratulate last week's feedback winner. If you are here, congratulations, Melissa Rampersad. And I know we have already reached out to you for collection and whatnot, so congrats to Melissa. So let's kick off this session's trivia segment, and it is sponsored by Call Cafe, and you all have two chances to win Call Cafe's prize. So let's go off with the first question. Just remember, if you have the answer, just raise your hand and I'll call on you for the answer. Yes? So first question, I would like for one of you all to list 3 common mistakes or challenges that you can potentially face or that would arise at university. So let us go with Anika first. You can unmute.
Hi, good day. Could you please repeat the question?
List 3 common mistakes or challenges that you can potentially face or that would arise at university.
Right. Things that you might face. Problem facing is like not having a study life balance, not reading and preparing, and not utilizing your resources.
Excellent. Thank you. So you can just direct message me, your name, your email, and your contact number, and I will be in touch. Yes? Thank you. Second question. Where can you go to get more information to register or just get more information in general about academic advising? Hint, there's 2 places you can check. Let us go with Rosley. You can unmute your mic.
Yes, so you can go to the dean, and the dean a while ago sent us his email. So engineering, it's on the website as well.
Thank you. Yes, Rosalie. So you can direct message me, your information as well, your name, your email, and your contact number, and I will be in touch. Thank you very much. Jarrell, back to you.
Thank you so very much, Megan, and congratulations once again to our FYE winners this afternoon. So at this time, students, I am happy to share that we will be hosting our FYE mixers on the 29th and the 30th of July. So meeting your informational needs is an important part of the orientation process, and equally important is supporting your social integration into our campus community. So we have, as part of our first year experience program, an event called FYE Mixers, which gives you a chance to engage in a walking tour of the campus, as well as an afternoon of engagement with just first year students. So this is your chance to build meaningful relationships as you start your first year of study with us. So this event would be held on the 29th and 30th of July. It is by registration only. Spots are filling up quickly. Registration will be closed very, very soon. I believe it's tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So we're asking for you to register. All right. It's very, very important that you act quickly once you want to participate. And trust me, you don't want to miss this. Team, I'm tossing over to you so that we can show highlights of our FYE mixers last year.
Are you all ready for FYE Mixers? On July 29th and 30th,
It's a chance to meet all of us, your student champions.
right, so the FYE mixers again being held on the 29th and 30th of July. Registration is required to attend. Spots are limited. We'll send to you via email that link to register. But very easily, you can also hop over to our FYE calendar of events. You can look for that event on the calendar, FYE mixers day 1 and day 2. Now, you're only required to participate one day. All right, so not the 2 days. One day. So head over to our FYE calendar, register before the deadline. All right, and just a reminder that this event is for undergraduate students, incoming undergraduate students only. Okay? All right, pre-university students, we have something planned for you. So, students, we have come to the end of our program today and our third session for Smart Start. We trust that the information shared with you was useful and that the experience has helped with your confidence as you prepare to start out your new semester in just a few weeks. Remember, this is our penultimate session, session 3 of 4. So we look forward to seeing you next week at 1 p.m. for our final session of Smart Start. And this session is themed Maximizing Your University Experience. At this session, you'll get an introduction to the wealth of support services and the opportunities, experiences, and developmental programs that are available to you through the Division of Student Services and Development. We're going to be talking about housing and on-campus student accommodation, to counseling and psychological support services, student clubs and leadership positions through the Student Guild, career advice, co-curricular programs and community engagement opportunities, student amenities at our campus for you to enjoy, opportunities for campus involvement. We'll be talking about bursaries and scholarships, support for students with disabilities and medical conditions, and of course, all of the wonderful things we have planned for our regional and international students. So we encourage you to visit our FYE website, check out our calendar of events, stay tuned to your emails, all right? Stay connected with us as well on all social media platforms, including Instagram and our FYE YouTube channel. A recording of today's session will be made available in just a few days. So thank you, everyone. See you next week, and you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment,
share, and subscribe.